Hi, and welcome to my first podcast. With this, I want to welcome every human being, regardless of race, creed, gender, and everything that might hold them to this physical world. At my first podcast, uh, I want to address the fact that if you subscribe to my webpage and you see the playlist of all my interviews, there I give a lot of details of who I am and what I do. But this being the first podcast, I want to keep everything comprised to around 15 minutes because I understand that life is busy. We live in a very busy world and we have so many things to do and so many people searching information that I want to keep it uh, very concise uh, for it to appeal to many people. So today I'm going to talk about karma. Karma. What is karma? Well, this is a question I have been asked many times. And there's no simple answer to it unless you first know who you truly are at the deepest level. Uh, People think that karma is a debt, pain, circumstance surrounding your life. And many see the good side of it, which is learning uh, from your own mistakes from the past. Uh, but there's also good karma. Not everything is bad. It's just that people like to pay attention to the bad of everything. But there's good karma as well. You might have done things in previous lives or in this lifetime, and you're reaping the fruit of your actions. But the question is, okay, if karma is based on the experiences that I had in previous lives, and today I'm trying to fix things up or rebalancing the soul as the collective forces of knowledge and wisdom clearly define. How did I get to this point? Well, uh, you're not at fault, basically. It is the way you have been conditioned to understand and see life. You see, uh, every culture has its own religion, belief system, social and cultural behavior. And that is something that you have learned to live with, as well as every other generation from past generations to come. So those past generations have created the present that you're living in. And that will help you understand that you're living today in a world, regardless of where you're coming from. I mean, just to give you an example, I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, a small island in the Caribbean, part of the United States. And if you see the history of Puerto Rico, it was originally a small island with the Taino Indians, and the colonialists came to invade the island, exploit our Taino Indians. They brought African people to keep taking the gold from the island, and then you see the history. Then the Spaniards uh, gave it up to the United States, and I understand through history that it wasn't a gift; it was taken away from the Americans, and that's how we became a colony. If you see the history, you will find out that we are who we are today as a result of our past generations' actions. And you might say, well, were we paying the price? Well, it's not a matter of paying the price. It's that we are living a life of our own creation. Because if we are one, as it should be understood, you will understand that each generation is the continuance of that soul among other souls that in the end are one that are manifesting, and you are the latest manifestation uh, from your first movement. It is quite extensive, so I am going to dedicate a full podcast to this subject. But because it's so intense and so dense, it will require more than 15 minutes to explain. But but at least you have an idea of what is karma and how karma unfolds. Now, uh, going back to your present, as you live your present and you understand your present conditions about you live by, you might realize that they all make reference to your behavior, your rearing, your understanding of life, how you have interpreted your life, the decisions you have made, and everything becomes a soup. This is a metaphor, a soup that you're drinking today, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Uh, it's a matter of understanding that this is your path, your life, and you are the one who who is in the who is this is your job to rebalance your soul, to rebalance your life. It's like, for example, the one who have this food addiction. It is on you to break that food addiction. Uh, some people have some uh, genetic factors involved, and that is also a karmic issue that you have to learn to resolve. Uh, that's why there's so many unanswered questions when you say, but how come this person was born in a silver spoon and I'm here struggling and dragging myself because of the chains that keep me tied to this world? Where's the justice here? It's not a matter of justice. It's a matter of understanding what made you be in this position. And many of us say, well, I haven't done anything. I am a victim. Well, not necessarily, because for there to be a victim, there has to be a perpetrator. And the first perpetrator, if you go back to religion for the Christian, it comes from the Bible story of Adam and Eve and Cain and Abel. Cain killed Abel because of envy, and Cain became the first perpetrator, and Abel the first victim. So there's a victim and a perpetrator. Who are you at this point? I don't know. But you should understand that if you are in that position, it's because something happened. Either you are learning as the victim for to learn not to do it again, or you are the victim because once you were the perpetrator and today you're learning not to do it again. That is a hard pill to swallow. And as a hard pill to swallow, it is an understanding that we are our own creators from the first movement. Talking about the first movement, I am going to be uh, doing a speaking or a lecture uh, pretty soon, and I'm going to invite you, where I'm going to disclose for the first time ever the experience I had in 2013 to help you understand what I'm trying to explain to you here now. But it will take me about an hour or so to tell the whole story, and I don't want to overwhelm you. Let's make this the 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 anteroom to this upcoming event that I'm going to share that with you. And later on, through time, I'm going to start explaining things to you. I also want to invite you to share this with the rest of humanity, anyone that you know that might benefit from this. Because if you keep me a secret, I'm not going to go that far. Help me spread the word. Help me through your donations, because this work is not easy, and it takes energy and resources to make this happen. And I want to expand to other forums, write, be having the ability to write more books, taking them to a new level of multi-language at the multi-language level. But that technology is quite expensive, and at this point is unaffordable. It's going to keep advancing, but in the meantime, still it's going to be expensive. I want you to pay attention to my words, to keep with me throughout this journey, and to see me grow, because this is my first podcast. I am struggling here trying to put things together. My first original introduction had a black background simulating the void, but I listened to you all, and I have received comments in reference to understanding why I'm doing this, but people want to see a clear background. So here I am, keeping it as simple as possible, trying to understand you a little bit better. And please write, make comments on my webpage. You can go to my webpage, thetranscript.org, and make a comment, make suggestions, ask your questions, and I'll do my very best to answer them. I have a lot of topics to bring, but the idea is to bring the information brought from the transcript into simple words, and try to to combine it with our daily lives, so our daily life can make sense, and use the analogies and metaphors and symbols that that will help you better understand the message behind the transcript. It's teaching you to learn a higher truth, so you can remember who you are at the deepest level. As the transcript said, we are one infinite mind, endlessly expanding through the physical and spiritual realm, limitless. But let me explain this one more time, if you have heard this before, as a reminder. And this is a higher truth, because you can understand it at a lower level, and this is the lower level. Believing and understanding that those words means that you are one infinite mind, and I am one infinite mind, and he is an infinite mind, and she is an infinite mind, and that other is an infinite mind. No, this is a higher truth, meaning that it's not that we are one infinite mind as on an individual basis, but that we all as a whole are one infinite mind, endlessly expanding through the physical and spiritual realm, limitless. A little bit hard to grasp, but you will get it little by little through time and understanding. We're gonna get there. Okay. I am with you. I am learning as you're learning. The only difference is that I have this information given to me through the intent of those ascended masters. I get the intent, I live the experience in my head. I can relate to it, and once I perfectly understand it, then I put it into words. But that doesn't mean that I am an ascended master, or better than you, or higher at a higher level than you. I am struggling just like you. I am struggling every single day, knowing what I need to do and how to accomplish this through my living experiences. But having that higher and higher truth and higher understanding is helping me get the strength to be more into I am going to do it. Period. It's like the one who is addicted to food. How do you break that addiction? Well, you gotta say no. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna limit my food consumption. I'm gonna start on a diet. I'm gonna start exercising. I'm gonna make better choices. But you see, everything that I've said is I am going to. I am going to do this. I am going to do that. So that is the work on you. Now, how many times I've said to myself, I am going to stop doing this, and I end up doing it. But I caught myself doing it, and I refrain myself to repeating it over and over again until I master it. It's a working process. Whoever tells you that the spiritual way is an easy way, an easy road, is wrong. Why? Because you have to dissolve your old self to become a better self, a better you, and that takes a lot of free will, a lot of intentions, a lot of desire to better yourself and leave behind your old you. Uh, I've done it myself, and I don't regret it. I have changed in so many ways that I look back and I said to myself how much I've changed and how far yet I still had to go. And that's a word that I'm going to leave with you for my next lecture that I'm going to invite you, for you to hear me saying those very words at the end, almost at the very end of that lecture. Meanwhile, be at peace, uh, stay tuned, and I'll see you next time because I have more to say. I am Francisco Valentin. Until then.